Well, I guess it started recording before I wanted it to, but all right then. There we go. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Really good.
That's good. It's been an interesting morning for me. It's been probably 3 years since I woke up and had to run out the door. At least 3 years. Since I quit smoking, that hasn't happened to me. This morning I slept in literally until 7 o'clock when I had to get up and run out the door. And then this morning, and so instead of doing my meditations, what's been going on is I haven't been listening to music and stuff like I normally would when I'm driving my kids and stuff to school. Instead, I don't know if you guys ever find yourself doing this when you get on the highway, you're like instant meditation almost. You wind up in places, you're like, how did I get here? Because you were in somewhere else in your head, right? So in my meditations this morning, I was having, let's just say that voice is back loud and clear and bossier than ever and telling me that I needed to upload all of my analogies today. I was like, what? They're like, all of the analogies we taught you, you need to upload them all onto YouTube. Okay. So that's going to be the rest of my day. All right. So who wants to go first? First of all, actually, I want to talk about this before we get started because I just about peed my pants. It scared me, but it was fascinating at the same time. It scared me in a weird way. Most people would probably run out of the house screaming, but I kind of love it now. So as I was doing my sage of my blessing, I lit all the candles. I have a process I go through, and I was deep in, I don't know what you would call that, meditative mode as I was doing my open. And I went to reach for the sage to light the sage, and I heard a cat hiss at me so loud. I thought that my cats were like fighting or something. I thought they were under the table, which was confusing for me because I just locked them out of my room right before that. So I jumped back and I was like, what in the heck? It was so loud. All the hairs stood up on my arm. There was no cats in my room. I literally just locked them out of my room. But that hiss was so loud. So I'm not exactly sure what that means yet. I'm not sure if somebody just lost their cat. I thought I better throw that out there before we get started. I think it means something a little different, but did one of you guys just lose a cat? I didn't think so. So yeah, I think it was kind of the negative energy that, because I know this sounds scary, but it's real. And as much as we have positive non-physical energies that are all around us, there are negative non-physical energies around us as well. And sometimes you can't see them, you don't know they're there. But when you go to do something like sage or something that cleanses that space, they will hiss at you. I've heard growling before. I've heard things like that. And so to me, that is just an indication that in my meditations, I need to do another meditation that clears my space, and I need to do some salt work and some sage around my house. Sometimes we can have negative energy around us just because we pull it in ourselves with what we're thinking about. And sometimes other people can send us negative energy with their worry or with their literal wishing us doom, right? So it's nothing that we have to be scared of. Like I said, it made all the hairs jump up on my arms, but then it was so much more fun to do the sage, knowing that I was killing some type of negative energy that was in the room. So anyway, hope that helps you guys. Where am I going to start here? Amanda, I'm going to go to you first. I'm not sure why.
Okay.
I said, where am I going to start? And I heard the lady behind you go, ooh, me. Okay. Slow this down. Okay, so please remember, please understand, I don't remember who all of your loved ones are. And in fact, I have 3 Amandas, I think, as members. Is this Amanda Sheaves?
Yes.
I thought so.
Yeah.
Okay, because I can tell by your energy. Okay, so let's do this. Are you ready?
Yes.
Both feet flat on the floor. I want you to close your eyes, and then I want you to take a deep breath, picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body and blow it directly towards me. And then give me a minute to focus. I think this is a grandmother figure, to be honest with you. She goes one above you, and she does a lot of grandma gush, what I call grandma gush, which is where they like grab your cheeks and they're like, I love you, I love you, I love you. I'm asking her to validate, but she said she's done this already. So you know which grandmother this is, right?
Yeah.
She's showing me like picnic baskets or flower baskets. Not sure what this is. Down. There's a feeling of excitement. There's a feeling of something upcoming. She's talking about peeling the layers of stress off, and that how amazing it is that you're feeling better and better and better every day. I feel like every day I get out of bed, it's like a little, you can just feel the difference in the energy. I don't know how to explain that. She's talking about planning a trip to the water or planning like this picnic with flowers in a basket. What is this?
Oh, I'm not sure. I definitely, I don't know, want to go do something.
Is there a place near you that has like a field of flowers or something like that? Or like something about wildflowers and baskets? So you have to understand my library around picking wildflowers is very limited here. But I
Yeah,
feel like that's what I'm talking. Do you have a child as well, hon?
I do. Yeah,
That's what I thought. She's saying take the child. Is this a little boy?
it is. Yes.
She's like, take the boy and go pick some flowers. And I'm seeing a field with like all the beautiful flowers blooming. And
Yeah, we were talking about picking. He wants to go pick lilacs.
see, I knew there's a reason that she kept showing me this.
He literally said it, I don't know, like maybe 20 minutes ago. He was like, I want to go pick lilacs.
Oh, see, grandma is giving you guys a basket. She's like, yes, let's go do that. Let's go do that.
That's awesome.
She's talking about him like coming alive. She's showing me. So I want to go to your son. How old is he right now?
He's 7.
I was just gonna say around that age. So she's taking me to the recent past, and she's showing me the gray around him, which is my symbol for challenge. And then she's taking him to the present, and she's making me feel like these recent changes that you have made have brought you more present, and your presence in the moment has really helped him to thrive these last few weeks.
Yeah.
Do you understand that?
Yes.
She's so proud of you. She's so proud of him too. She's showing me like night and day changes. Like, holy cow, I can't believe how much he's changing every single day.
Yeah.
She's so proud of you. She just gave you a Bible, hun, and she put a heart around it, which is my symbol for healing. What does that mean? Have you been looking up different things about religion recently?
Yeah, I've been reading the Conversations with God books.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Because she's talking about how the thing I love about that book is that it kind of helps us understand the Bible and look at it in a different way. And it helps us to understand God and Jesus in a different way. It helps us to find the healing behind the book, behind the messages, instead of the propaganda.
Yeah.
And when we can find the truth within the meaning of it, then that's why she's got the heart going around it, because that's so healing in our lives.
Absolutely.
She's so proud of you. She's like, keep it up. And then I feel like, is your grandfather on the other side as well? Because she's pulling forward the gentleman that's on the other side. She's like, get over here. You have to say something this time. He's been over there for some time, hun?
Yeah, it's gonna be 4 years on Friday.
It feels like 50.
I know.
He said that's why he stays back a little bit, because I think you miss him even more.
Yeah.
He doesn't want you to feel that loss all over again. He's so protective of you, like so protective of you. He
Yeah.
keeps showing me distance and space. Had it been some time since he had seen you before he passed?
No. Uh, he was in a retirement home for a while, so we used to go quite a bit, but then he was in the hospital for a little bit, and I think I only got to see him once.
I think that's what he's talking
Yeah.
about. Why is he showing me glasses? Hold on a second. I feel like somebody got glasses.
Me.
When?
I literally went on Monday, like last Monday.
Gosh up, really?
Yeah, because my eyesight has been increasingly getting worse.
Aw, so he so knows. He absolutely knows. He likes them. He's like, tell her I like them. And I'm like, okay. And he goes, because, and he's showing me your thoughts, and I feel the up and down, up and down. You weren't sure if you even liked them or not.
Yeah, I definitely, like, I've had glasses in the past, and I just never wore them because I didn't like them. And I'm like, actually, I like these ones, but I'm like, I don't know. So
He loves them.
good.
He's like, see, I'm here. Did
Uh-huh.
he smoke, by the way?
No, he didn't.
I can smell somebody with cigarette smoke around them, and it feels like a male.
Yeah, I think he said that last time or one time we did this. It was someone with him, but I haven't figured out who.
Okay, so this is getting clear for me. So is that on mom's side, that grandma and grandpa?
My grandma's on my mom's side, and my grandpa's on my dad's side.
Okay. I feel like I'm going to, I don't feel like I'm with either of them. I think I'm going to a third. How would you be related to a third family? I don't know what that means.
So he's like, he's not my biological grandfather.
See? There you go. Because I can feel I'm like, I don't understand, because there's a biological relation to this person over here.
Oh.
There is a father figure that smoked, that watches over you like it was his job.
Huh.
So let's talk about your biological grandfather. Do you know where he is?
No. I mean, I think he's in Ottawa somewhere, but I've never met him.
Do you even know if he's still alive?
No. I mean, I think he is, but I could not be.
If this is not him, this is somebody from his side of the family.
Okay.
And they're just wanting you to know that you are more loved than you even know.
Aw, that's awesome.
And that as you're breaking these generational chains of stress and drama and chaos, and you are making choices and decisions that support happiness, joy, and peace, that they are your biggest cheerleaders on the other side as well, because you're breaking those chains in their generational line as well.
Yeah.
And then they handed you the rose. That's my symbol for birthday, anniversary, or something that happens once a year.
Like, it was 1 year since my grandmother passed on the 14th, and will be 4 years for my grandfather on the Friday.
Oh, so see, they know. They absolutely know. They're like, now go celebrate our life with the flowers. Here's the thing. You tell them before you go, you show me some amazing flowers. You show up in the flowers. I want to see a sign in those flowers.
Okay.
And then bring your camera, because it could get magical.
That's awesome.
Wow. And then bing, that's life's way. If you've been watching long enough, what does the bing mean? It's the exclamation point. That's when you hear a bing or a something like that after you say something. That's the universe's way of putting an exclamation mark on what you just said.
Wow. That is amazing.
They love you so much. They're pulling their energy back. I hope that was helpful, hon.
That was awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Sheila, I'm coming to you.
Oh.
Funny, there's a guy behind you. He's like, I'll just stand here politely and clear my throat until you hear me.
I was just listening in because I talked to you last week. So it's not my turn.
Interesting. Well, he's got something to say. I think Steph's in the same boat, very similar. So, you know what? If you guys show up and nobody else shows up, oh well, you get red.
Okay, that's
You don't
awesome.
want it.
I always want it.
Okay, let's do this connecting exercise, okay?
Okay.
All right. Both feet flat on the floor for me. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to take a deep breath, picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body and blow it directly towards me. And then give me a minute to focus. So I'm giggling as I'm saying this to you because I don't have to try to focus very hard. You have, I think this is a set of grandparents on the other side that are both on the other side. There's a father figure and a mother figure. And the father figure was the one that was stepping forward and clearing his throat for me when to make me get my attention to you. And then as soon as we started to do the connecting exercise, he starts like saying stuff to the mother figure, like, never underestimate me again. I told you I could do this 2 weeks in a row. And he's like, total, it was just hilarious. He was totally bragging about, there you go. It's all set up for you. And she's like, wow. I can just feel her being like nagging behind him. It's hard to explain the energy that you feel in a snap of a second, but she's behind him like, don't bother her. You're not supposed to do that. What are you doing? Don't do that. And he's like, see, there you go. It's all clear. Go for it.
Because I was listening in and actually working. So I'm typing away, working in my job and just listening on the side. And when you talked about the smoker, I'm like, oh, maybe my grandpa's with me. And then I kept working.
Yeah, see, they're segueing. They're using the other smoker, I guess, is tying it. That's probably why I could feel you, because it's a similar vibration, right?
Yeah.
They keep talking about your hair. I'm not sure. I don't even have my glasses on. I can't really see, but she's like, oh my God, I love her hair. Tell her it's beautiful. Tell her I love it.
Oh.
Did you just change it?
Well, it's been a couple months, but I got about four inches taken off a couple months ago.
She's like, yeah, okay, that's step one. So she's not done on this. Hold on a second. She's got more. So when you validate something, they will give me the next portion of the message. And when you said that, she's like, okay, perfect. We crossed that hurdle. Now let's go to the next one. So it's like, okay, that was step one for big change. Now it's time for big change number two. So there's something else you're thinking of doing as far as that goes.
I just started using some new shampoo a couple weeks ago. I've always used the same shampoo for years. I just changed that up.
Have you been having like some thinning hair and things like that?
Yeah, I'm hypothyroid, so I've always had that. I've been on medication for years, so that kind of comes and goes.
See, I don't always know why they're talking about certain things, right? It might sound silly, like why are they keep bringing this up? But that would make sense to me. So what she's trying to do is validate that you making that switch, doing that big change, is really going to help with whatever you were trying to do with your hair.
Okay, good.
Your grandma's so funny. I'm like, why are we talking about this? She's like, because I want to feel useful and I like feeling beautiful. She's making me feel like she's dressed, like she's together on the other side. Hair is done, nails, outfit, you know what I mean? That type of personality.
Yeah.
Okay, slow this down. So I really think that there's somebody stepping forward around your husband's side here. Is his father on the other side?
No. His
So there,
grandfathers are. Both of his grandfathers are.
does he have an uncle? Or is one of his grandfathers, did he pass away in his like 50s or 60s?
No, I think he was in his 70s and then the other one was in his 90s.
Yeah, no, I'm seeing a young man connected to your husband. Like when I say young, I mean who passed before we would think of as his time.
We have a really good friend. One of my husband's closest friends passed away.
There we go.
And we were just thinking about him on Saturday.
There we go. So he's kind of sailing in on your grandparents' vibe here.
I just got shivered.
He's showing me thank you, thank you, thank you. Because of whatever you guys were talking about. Slow this down. I'm seeing somebody getting a tattoo. So somebody got a tattoo or is getting a tattoo for him. I almost feel like in two parts. Like somebody did and is getting it touched up, or somebody got one and we're getting another one. I'm not sure how that, but there's two parts to that. Do you understand that?
No, but I can check with his wife because she might. I've never shared with her that I do this, but it might be a good opportunity to talk to her about it.
When you said his wife, immediately he got down on one knee and he's like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I feel like he's taking some responsibility, but not intention. I feel like
Yeah.
wrong place, wrong time kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, it was a long illness, but he had responsibility in it. Yes.
He just took the tape off of his mouth, which is my symbol for not saying things he should have said or saying things he shouldn't have said. And he's replacing them with I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. He's overemphasizing I love you, which is what they do usually when they didn't say it enough here in the physical world.
Yeah.
I think she must be in a new relationship or something, or there's a new relationship coming up because he's validating the heart going around her and the person in her life. And he's so grateful. All I feel around this is gratitude that she has somebody around her that will help her heal. Because he's showing me that symbol in my head where he's making me feel like she stayed with him right up until the end. Does that make sense?
Well, they were divorced, but she was still supporting. Yeah. They
Like
divorced.
right up to the end, I feel her support with me.
Yeah. She was there right till the end. Yeah.
He said, please let her know how grateful I am for that and how much it meant and how much healing that gave for him as well on the other side. He thanked you. He's like, barbecue, and he gave the barbecue tongs to your husband. I'm seeing my brother-in-law getting a new smoker, a new barbecue or something like this. Did you guys just get a new one?
No.
Does your husband do a lot of barbecuing or smoking?
Yeah, barbecuing. He does. Yeah. And I always tell him we should get you a really nice barbecue, like a Weber. And he's like, no, I don't need it. My old one is fine. It still cooks the food. Steak tastes great. Why do I need a real expensive one?
His buddy is giving him like a smoker. Like I'm seeing my brother-in-law just got this beautiful brand new smoker. And that's what I keep seeing in my head. I don't know if this guy was like a big meat eater or barbecue or whatever that is. I don't know why he's bringing it up the way he is, but I think he's aligned with the deal. I think what he's showing me is like the 5-lane highway. If you get out of your comfort zone, there is an amazing deal coming right up around the corner. You've just got to look for that. And he's like, I will align you with it. His way
Okay.
of letting you know he's still here.
I felt him with us on Saturday. We were in his special place where he loved to spend his time, and that's where we were. And we were talking about him, and I felt him with us.
And that's it. That's what I love about spirit is that, and here we are. You weren't expecting a reading, but yet here he is.
Yeah.
And he doesn't come through in most of your readings.
No, this is the first time. Yeah.
And because you were talking about him.
And I actually thought, I wonder if he will ever come through when I talk to you. I thought about that on Saturday.
All you got to do is ask. This is what I tell people all the time. They're like, do I have to do anything to prepare for a reading? It's like, no, just tell them what you need to know. They're listening. They hear you. So when you talk about them and you say, are you here? I wonder if you're here. Then you better expect for them to align circumstances so that you know they're here.
Yeah. Does he have a message for his daughter?
Well, when you said that, I saw baby. Is she getting, how old is she?
She is turning 11 in July.
Is she his baby?
She's his one and only child. Yeah.
Okay. I'm like, wait a minute, Tracy. Before you say, is she getting pregnant? Make sure you interpret that message. I don't know what he means. He said baby. When you said her name, he said, that's my baby.
Yeah.
I feel like she either had the birthday that just passed or is coming up as well. He's acknowledging the date around this, and I'm seeing JU. So I don't know if that's June, July.
July. Yeah. Her birthday's in July.
So he's just validating that he's going to be there. He's watching over. He's thanking her, and I'm seeing balloons. So I don't know if she released balloons for him. You know what he's showing me? A hot air balloon.
Oh, okay. I'll have to check with his wife. I still call her his wife because if he hadn't gone through his illness, I'm sure they would have been married still.
Isn't that interesting? Because he's taking, remember how he had that tape over his mouth? And when you said that, he showed me this. You know what that symbol means, right? The breaking of an addiction.
Right. That's exactly right.
As soon as you said his illness, he's like, let's call it for what it is. Let's like cut the shit, he said, excuse my language. But he said, I had to break that addiction. But she never stopped loving him. And I think that's why he said she was with me until the end. She was with me until the end.
That's so true. Yeah. He was a closet alcoholic for years. None of us knew until it was
Isn't it cool how spirit will get a message to somebody who might not believe in this when they least expect it? This is being recorded. I will upload this one for sure when we are done today. And then you can share that with your friends.
I will.
Just let her know, please let her know that he's safe and at peace on the other side. And then he's like, oh, you think you're going to push me out? Not yet. He gave his daughter a bike. I don't know if she just got a bike or if she wants a bike or what that's about, but I'm seeing two types of bikes. So I don't know if they're like a motorbike family or something, but you know those little tiny dirt bikes, those that kids ride and stuff?
Yeah.
I'm seeing that.
That could be. I'll have to ask her.
Interesting. It could be a pedal bike that has a motor in it or something like that. It's not just a normal bike, but he's like giving her a bike.
Ah.
And he's saying, happy birthday from dad. So he's like, just put the helmet on. Don't worry about it. I feel like he was the type of dad that would take the kids out and let them do dangerous stuff. Just let them learn, you know?
Yeah, that was exactly him. That's totally.
He's telling his wife to get her a dirt bike for her birthday. I swear to you, that's what he's saying. Just put a helmet on. She'll be good.
And she's his little girl is very much like that as well. Like nothing scares her.
Well, please let them all know that he's watching over her and there's not a minute of her life that goes by that he will miss. And he's thanking you so much for letting him have this time today. He's like, never say never. Just because you didn't think you were going to get read today doesn't mean you're not getting read today.
Well, thank him for coming through. I really appreciate it. I'll share this with his family and with my husband. It'll mean a lot.
Awesome. All right. Have a great rest of your day.
You too, Tracy. Thanks so much. Bye.
Bye. Okay. Steph, you're up. Oh, wow. That was an interesting burst of energy I got with that.
I was actually just coming to watch too. I had Mila down for a nap and the kids back at school and it's quiet. I was like, I'm going to watch too.
Well, are you okay with the message though?
Oh yeah, always.
It's your grandma. Like she's the one that's here,
Always.
like connected to you like this, right? But she's like, let's do this. I don't even know if we need the connecting exercise because she's just so in my ear right away. All I can feel off of you is that we're getting our mojo back. Life is getting going again. Now that we were able to clear out that energy that you didn't know was there, but you could smell. You just didn't know where the smell was coming from. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's like, now that you've cleaned that out and cleared that out, I just want to point out one other thing. when there was a situation in your life that you could feel, that you could smell, but you just couldn't see where it was coming from or have conscious awareness where it was coming from, life gave you a situation that it did a real world 5-lane highway with you.
Mhm.
It literally went bam right in front of you. It created a situation that you couldn't just go through. You had to like move around and work around it, right?
Yeah.
Slow that down. She wants to just focus for a minute on the value of that situation, because what that did was, when that happened in your world, your universe, right before that accident, what I love is that you were protected by, you had that incision come open a little bit. So you've been on this fast track of healing and getting better and moving forward and exercising and everything. But even before you knew that you needed time off, they gave you time off so that you would have time to deal with that accident when it came. And now that it's here, it's extremely valuable for you, because there's going to be some situations coming up again in your world that you are going to be able to feel and smell, but not see or know for sure. But now that you've been through that experience before, you know what it is. And you don't have to waste time wondering. You can just get right to the point. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Slow that down. She's talking about some type of offer or opportunity coming your way. This is interesting. I know you're doing something along the exercise, like with exercise and nutrition and stuff, but I'm seeing you joining forces with like another company or another situation of some sort that's going to propel you forward. There's some kind of partnership. I don't know if they give you a deal to promote their stuff, or I don't know what this is. There's some kind of partnership that's coming up for you. Did that just ding?
Yeah, it was my phone. I don't know what it was, but
You understand what that means, right? I
Yeah.
already said this previously. That is an exclamation mark on whatever they've said. Something is coming up for you, because you didn't, when this accident happened, you didn't take very long to find the value in it, right?
right.
Because you didn't spend a long time having an emotional temper tantrum about it, and you instantly were able to find the value in it. So in every situation that life dumps on us like that, it's either going to be shit or it's going to be fertilizer.
Right.
Either manure or it's fertilizer. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know, curt analogy, but it's so true, because sometimes when stuff like that happens in our world, we feel like we're being shit on, right? But if you can find the value within that, it helps grow in your world something that you were never capable of growing before, because you didn't have that in your world. You didn't have the knowledge from that. Does that make sense?
Yep.
There's something about this experience that has given you a knowledge in your world that is going to propel you. It's not a knowledge. It's kind of. It's more, now that you know what was preventing you and your husband from being connected, because you were trying to move forward. Here's the thing. You're going like this, and then you're reaching back and trying to pull him up. And then you're going like this, and then you're reaching back and pulling him up, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So this situation, what it did was give you guys that ability to connect again. And so now you are making slower changes moving forward, and you feel like you're being slowed down a little bit, but at the same time, you're moving forward together. So that is so much more valuable than you moving so much forward and trying to pull him back up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Just don't expect yourself, because she's saying that you're feeling a little bit, as much as you're excited to get your energy going again. It's like there's this feeling of frustration that you can't go as fast as you wanted to go, because
Yeah.
you're limited by not just the physical reality, but there's also things you have to do a little bit differently based on your new reality, right?
Mhm.
So don't be frustrated by that. Look at it through a different perspective. Look at it from the perspective of, well, we might be going a little bit slower, but that's because we're running a 3-legged race right now. We're tied together. But the point is, now we're moving together. I'm not running this race by myself anymore.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Did you start painting?
My husband's been painting, not me. We actually just listed our house up. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with that. We don't even have a house to go to, but he's been painting.
Oh, he's like painting rooms and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's where she's talking about get in there and get creative with him, like jump in there with him. Yeah. Interesting. Here's the thing. This is going to be so much better than what you can imagine. You don't know the house that you're moving to yet. That's okay. But your husband's painting. I think that's important. I think that's so important because he wasn't doing that a few weeks ago.
No, he
was
was
a
doing
bunch of-
nothing.
That's exactly it, right?
Yeah.
So this is what, see, I don't always know why the dead are talking about certain things, but she's in your life. I'm not. So
Mhm.
that's why she's showing me the painting, is because she's saying, listen, it's moving slow. It's a little bit frustrating, but you know what? He's there. You
Mhm.
guys are doing this together now. Now that you are together, you have nothing to worry about. When you make that leap of faith, that is literally the key that turns on the magic in the universe.
Mhm.
And what you're going to find is most people think that when they take that leap of faith that they're facing concrete on the other end of it and we're just going to hit rock bottom, right? But what you're going to find is that on the other side of that leap of faith is a beautiful bed of feathers. You will land softly because your loved ones on the other side are already aligned you with what you've asked for. You are making choices and decisions. That's why interesting. Remember what she was saying, that situation with your husband taught you to understand what you're feeling in your gut is real.
Mhm.
So if you understand that for negative situations or challenging situations, then you can understand that for positive and future situations.
Mhm.
And your gut right now is telling you that there is somewhere so much better for you waiting. Your gut is telling you, here's your grandma. If your gut isn't telling you this, then she's in my head. She's like, there is another place better for you. You guys are going to get there together, not you and him being separate.
Mhm.
That they have been working really hard on aligning you with this place that you want, and it's better. The reason why you know that it is them that has lined it up for you is because you can't see it yet.
Mhm.
You can't see the map on how to get from where you are to where you want to go, but you can feel it
Mhm.
in your
Totally.
gut.
And I've even said, like, people are like, you're crazy. You listed your house. You don't even have a house to go to. There's no houses on the market. And I'm like, that's it. I just know that something's going to come up and I know it's going to be better for us and it's going to be a new beginning and a fresh start. And
You're absolutely, I get shivers up and down my whole body. And the reason why you know that so much is because your gut has already been proven right so many times.
Mhm.
She's
Yeah.
so proud of you. She's like, don't be sad about, because she said she knows that you feel a little bit frustrated that it's not going as fast as you want it to. She's
Mhm.
like, says, every pregnant woman, how many babies have you had?
This is true, right? Yeah. Yeah.
It gets to the point where you just have to take a leap of faith that that thing that's this big is going to go through a hole that's this big. And everything's going to be okay.
Yeah. And it always is.
It always is.
Yeah.
You will get through this. And the important thing to celebrate is that you two made it to this point together.
Mhm.
That is what needs to be celebrated. She's really proud of you guys. She's showing me, I know you have a little one, but I'm seeing the little one walking. She was already walking, wasn't she?
Yeah.
She's showing me her. Is she less than 2?
She is 2. She was 2 in December.
Why am I seeing her back and forth, running or walking back and forth?
I think it's because in the house that we're in now, she's confined to the living room because the stairs come, it's like a 3-way split. So the stairs come up and I really want a house where she can just,
Run.
yeah, where she can just be and like learn things, and because she's so restricted right now.
That's why your grandma's showing me that. She said it's validation that she knows what you've planned in your head. So she said, keep doing what you're doing when you get up in the morning and you're doing your focused thought and you're picturing yourself waking up in your dream house. You're picturing, just view yourself living your life. What do you do with your life? Where's your baby's room? When you wake up in your mind's eye in your perfect house, what do you do when your feet hit the floor? You go into the baby's room. What does her room look like? Where's the rest of your kids' rooms? What do you do when you first wake up in the morning? How do you spend your day? That kind of thing.
I
Visualize.
actually do that in my meditation all the time. Like
I
I
know,
have
she
I
said-
have tea on my porch with my grandma every time. And like I'm like envisioning the house all the time.
I love it because that's what she said. Keep doing that.
Mhm.
And by her showing me your little one running around, she said, I know the goal. I know the goal. I'm with you, girl. You got this. Oh, she's proud of you. She's pulling her energy back, hon. I hope that helps.
It was. Thank you, Tracy.
You're welcome. All right. And I guess that's everybody. So I'm going to get off of here and I will see you guys all on Saturday. Take care.